अस्सलाम वालेकुम स्टूडेंट्स। आज का जो हमारा टॉपिक है 11th क्लास के लिए बिजनेस स्टडीज़ से हमने लिया है। इसको हम कंटिन्यू करेंगे। कल भी हमारा ये टॉपिक था इंश्योरेंस, ये चल रहा है हमारा। तो आज हम प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ इंश्योरेंस को कंटिन्यू करेंगे। तो पहला जो प्रिंसिपल है दैट इज़ अटमोस्ट गुड फेथ। कल भी हमने इसको डिस्कस किया था, आज थोड़ा रिपीट करेंगे। अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस प्रिंसिपल, a contract of insurance is based on faith. Both the insured and the insurer are required to show good faith towards each other in respect of the contract. Insurer is required to disclose all the terms and conditions of the contract, and the insured is required to give complete details of all facts, materials, etc. related to the risk being proposed. If the insured fails to disclose any material fact, the contract of insurance becomes violable at the discretion of the insurer. For example, in case of insurance, the insured is required to give all details in respect of age, previous medical history, smoking, drinking habit, etc. Similarly, in case of fire insurance, details regarding construction of building, fire detection, and fire fighting equipments, nature of its uses, etc. should be given. दूसरा प्रिंसिपल है दैट इज प्रिंसिपल ऑफ इंश्योरेबल इंटरेस्ट. दिस प्रिंसिपल states that the insured must have an insurable interest in the subject matter of insurance. Insurable interest refers to the pecuniary interest in the subject matter of the contract. Third one principle, that is principle of indemnity. According to this principle, in the event of loss, the insurer tries to put the insured to the same position as existed before the happening of the event by compensating the insured for the loss caused to insured due to the damage or destruction of property insured. This principle is applicable to all insurance contracts of fire or marine insurance, but not to life insurance. ये तीन तो हमने कल डिस्कस किए थे। आगे हम चलेंगे आज का, यानी कि जो हमारा चौथा प्रिंसिपल है दैट इज़ प्रॉक्सिमेट कॉज. According to this principle, the insured is compensated only for the loss caused by the reasons stated in the policy. यानी कि ये जो प्रिंसिपल है ये हमें यानी कि इसकी रूह से कि जो लॉस होगा इस प्रॉपर्टी को वो उसकी वजह क्या होगी, अगर वो यानी कि कंट्रैक्ट में है तो तभी इसको कंपनसेशन मिलेगा. इन केस देयर आर टू और मोर कॉजेज, अगर कॉजेज एक या दो से ज़्यादा होंगे या एक से ज़्यादा होंगे फॉर द occurrence of loss, the most proximate cause or the most direct or effective cause is considered. यानी कि जिससे ज़्यादा नुकसान हुआ होगा उसी को कंसिडर किया जाएगा. यहाँ पे एक एग्जाम्पल है. अनुपम got his pen manufacturing company insured against fire. His factory caught fire and some of his employees took advantage of the situation and stole stock of pens. Anupam made a claim of damages caused by fire including loss due to pens being stolen. The insurance company agreed to pay damage caused by fire only. It refused to pay for loss caused by stolen pens on the ground that loss was a remote cause and not proximate cause. The principle of cause proxima states that the insurer is liable to compensate for the loss only when the nearest or immediate cause of loss is covered by the insurance policy. In this case, the insurer is not bound to pay compensation for the remote cause. However, insurance company is liable to pay for the damages caused by fire as it is a proximate cause and insured as well. तो यहाँ पे जो दूसरा प्रिंसिपल है दैट इज सब्रोगेशन. सब्रोगेशन का मतलब क्या होता है? दिस प्रिंसिपल स्टेट्स दैट one's insured is compensated for the loss or damage to the property insured by him. The right of ownership of property passes onto the insurance company. The insured is not allowed to make any profit from the sale of the damaged property or lost property being recovered. यहाँ एक केस है इसके बारे में, सब्रोगेशन के प्रिंसिपल के बारे में. मिस्टर अजय कपूर इज द ओनर ऑफ ए टॉय मेकिंग फैक्ट्री. He got his factory insured against fire. The factory caught fire. Mr. Ajay made a claim for the damages suffered property to the insurance company. The insurance company accepted his claim. However, he refused to hand over the damaged property to insurance company. The insurance company filed a case against him. The court favored insurance company on the ground that the principle of subrogation applies to the contract of insurance. The principle leads to the substitution of the insurer in place of the insured in respect of all the rights of the latter as regard the property insured after the insurer has met the claim of the insured. So sixth one principle, that is principle of contribution. According to this principle, in case of double insurance, the amount of loss is recovered in proportion from the insurer according to the amount assured by each of them. In case of multiple policies on the same property, the insured has no right to recover any extra amount over and above the amount of actual loss. The right of the insured to obtain further payment from other insurer cases if he recovers the entire amount from one insurer. The right of the insured to obtain further payment from other insurers ceases if he recovers the entire amount from one insurer. Last one principle, that is principle of mitigation of loss. According to this principle, the insured must take reasonable steps to minimize the loss or damage to the insured property. After taking the insurance policy, the insured must not become careless and instead must behave with great prudence. For example, if the goods kept in the godown have caught fire, the owner should try to save the goods to minimize the loss or damage. Thanks.